Marcus Hicks from Vancouver, BC. I specialize in BJJ, Muay Thai, and Hop Dual Soul. Pretty much well-rounded. Tonight, you can expect me to come out and finish your hometown hero, Craig Farmer Brown. What I know about my opponent is he's a very big, strong guy, big, heavy hands, try to knock me out standing or on the ground. Either place, I'm comfortable with this fight going. My message to Farmer Brown is, the farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell, hi-ho the Mario, you just got knocked out.
I don't remember the song going like that. Its own version. I don't think I'll be singing that one to my kids.
No, not unless you want them to have nightmares, but that's typical. Call this guy the loudmouthed assassin. I think you got a little taste why. This guy's fought all over the country, had great success, fought some of the top names in the game. We have a lot of history, actually. Marcus and I didn't start off too well. He showed me why he's the loudmouth assassin on some internet forums and, kind of got under my skin, but he always had my respect. And then I co-promoted or helped out with a show out in BC, and we finally got a chance to meet. And then we realized, hey, we're both two cool guys. And here we are at Freedom Fight.
My name's Craig Farmer Brown. I'm from Kemple, Ontario. I fight out of Fit MMA in Ottawa. My specialties are submission grappling, striking, and Muay Thai. Tonight I'm fighting Marcus Hicks. He's from BC. Seems to be a great fighter. We're going to have a good time. Tonight you're going to see a great show. Two guys are going to come out and do their best, pound each other out. Marcus, we're going to have a great fight tonight. Bring it.
Well, and you talk about a local favorite, Craig the Farmer Brown is definitely one of those guys who everybody around here knows very, very well.
Oh, he's been front page of the papers. He's been on the radio. He and I were live on breakfast television here in Ottawa. The crowd loves him. He's the hometown guy. He's the meat and potatoes dude, a husband, a father. He has those home values and that work ethic. And he's just an approachable guy. And he started out at the first Freedom Fight in 05, prelim fight. The second fight fought Ricardo Francois, who had something like 14 fights, knocked his butt out. Francois was out cold for 8 minutes. So right there he proved himself. 2006 he came back. He was one of Team Canada, won his fight in the winning effort by Team Canada to even up the score after 05. And here he is back in the main event.
Well, let's see if Marcus Hicks can back up what he talks, because he is definitely in for it with Craig the Farmer Brown.
Oh, he's in for a war, and as much as he talks, he does acknowledge that he sees Farmer as his toughest challenge. So I'm absolutely stoked for this main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, awesome. This fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. This bout sponsored by 106.9 The Bear. First introducing, fighting out of the blue corner, from Calgary, Alberta, by way of Vancouver, British Columbia, representing Team Denarius. He is a mixed martial arts warrior who has competed coast to coast to earn his place in the Freedom Fight main event. Ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 205 pounds, the loudmouth assassin, Marcus Hicks!
Welcome to Freedom Fight, Mr. Hicks.
Yeah, not exactly the warm welcome, that's for sure, but nobody expected that.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner.
Definitely.
Your local hero, training out of Fit Mixed Martial Arts Gym in Ottawa. A 3-time Freedom Fight vet, weighing in at 205 pounds. You know him. You love him. Craig the Farmer Brown.
Huge ovation for the local boy, Craig Brown.
Definitely, it's got the full package as well. As you said, very heavy-handed. We'll see if Marcus Hicks here has a chin or not. He'll be tested as far as the stand-up's concerned and the striking's concerned.
And no one's ever doubted the heart of the farmer, and I think we're going to see, the heart of the loudmouthed assassin tonight. Welcome to Freedom Fight, main event.
All right.
Hicks right in, bull rushes him. Well, I think that kind of backfired.
Went for the takedown and now finds himself mounted. Now he gets a little side controlled as Farmer Brown.
Easily passes to side mount. Hicks is primarily a Muay Thai fighter, done a lot of boxing, but he has been working extensively on his groundwork, but Farmer just seems so strong for him on the ground.
Driving those knees into the kidneys. You know what? 1 round, 2 rounds, 3 rounds, those will take instant effect or a cumulative effect later on.
Oh, big time. Perfectly legal as well. Freedom Fight rules, you're not allowed to knee to the head on the ground or kick the head while the opponent is on the ground, but the body is full game, as are those elbows.
You got it.
Farmer working well from within Marcus's guard.
Marcus doing a good job as far as defending and making Farmer miss those, really, so far anyway.
The obstruction on the body shots, over to the head, textbook 2-2-1.
You got it. That's a patented ground and pound.
Now, who patented it would be up for argument. Some
Exactly.
say Boss Rutan, some say Morris Smith.
Hard to say because everybody uses it at this point. Well, the ref was warning him for a headbutt there a little bit.
I think there was an unintentional headbutt.
Yeah. Nice
Two
elbow.
sportsmen, we all talk, we all pump the fight, but you know what? Neither of these guys would do anything intentional to break the rules. I know that for a fact. And Farmer stuck in. Oh, he gets side control. Oh, a flurry of shots.
Almost has him in a crucifix here. We've got Hicks's arms both pinned back. Matt Hughes did the same thing to BJ Penn, if people remember that, and that ended the fight. But Marcus Hicks gets one of the arms free at least to defend himself.
And it almost looks like, Farmer's going for a Kimura.
Yep. Hicks defends that as well, gets out of that.
Yeah, see, he's trying to trap Hicks's right arm.
Very smart.
Oh, and Hicks's face starting to tell a story here.
A bumpy road story.
A bumpy road story. A little bit like that nursery tale that he was singing earlier.
Yeah, you got it, though. I see a little bit of color now.
Oh, you could hear those shots by Farmer. We're seeing a vicious Farmer Brown tonight. I think, Farmer and I had a little talk a few weeks ago, and I sort of hinted that I would like to bring in Freedom Fight titles. Now the sport's grown, Freedom Fight's grown.
Yep.
And I got a little twinkle in his eye. So I think he's really trying to prove a point tonight against a guy with 3 times as many fights as he has. And Hicks is becoming a bloody mess.
Most definitely, he's been caught by those elbows. It's hard to say which one opened him up, but we'll see where the cut is. And as I said, it usually looks a heck of a lot worse than it actually is.
Oh, a little neck will cause you to bleed.
Good. It's very good. I can see. Yes.
Hicks saying he's good to go. He can see. Wipe that blood out of my eyeballs, and I'm good to bang.
Gotta love that warrior attitude.
And he eats a right hand for it. Oh, Farmer, vicious with the combinations. Marcus is going to have to change his strategy here and open up. His kicks work well, his knees work well, his combos, he just really, really needs to find his mark with Farmer Brown.
Yeah, and he needs to close that distance as he's done right now. Tried to shoot in for the double. Farmer Brown was having nothing to do with that and still hasn't pinned in the corner.
And I've seen Marcus do it. He ended one of his fights. It was 7 or 8 seconds. The guy rushed in. Marcus wound up with those long legs and bang with a knee and knocked the guy unconscious.
That's how fast things can turn around.
Most definitely. So don't blink.
Now they're going to check these cuts again.
I think we're a lot more blood than cut right now. Just basically wipe his face down and He'll wipe his own face down.
But there again, that's where MMA is, you know, a lot safer than a lot of people really truly understand. Instantly, the ref just takes him aside and makes sure he's okay.
That's right. Well, fighter safety is the most important thing to myself. And even the fans, they're yelling. They want to see action. But I don't think there's any fan in that audience that wants to see these guys get seriously injured and, you know, knock wood. I'm looking for a block of wood ringside to knock right now. We haven't had one. But I tell you, we have a hell of a lot of action.
They are going at it as they have right from the opening bell, most definitely.
Oh, nice knee by Farmer. Hicks just seems to be walking into those jabs and uppercuts. Well, that's the end of the first round, and if I were judging that, I'd give it to Farmer, and I think Marcus Hicks needs to change his strategy for round 2.
Well, and I think it was so dominant that would probably be a 2-point round advantage as far as Farmer Brown's concerned. Marcus Hicks, as you said, is going to have to change that strategy. Try and get Farmer Brown maybe to on the ground, because he's just getting eaten up in the stand-up.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if he wants to go to the ground with Farmer. You know, he's got a lot of strength. I think the key to this is just for Marcus to open up standing. He just seems very tentative, like he's waiting.
Trying to protect himself, you know, too much to a degree. Exactly. He's got to let his hands go, or otherwise you're just absorbing and not really attacking in any way, shape, or form.
Well, let's see what round 2 offers for the loudmouth assassin. He hasn't even sat down. Farmer's sitting and breathing. Marcus is pacing like a caged animal. I have a funny feeling he's going to come out a wild man on this one.
Well, when you're cut like that, too, you have to be very conscious that the refs could stop it at any time, so it should create some urgency.
Yeah. Well, right away, he's working the jab, which is something new. Rushes in for a clinch and gets reversed with his back against the turnbuckles.
Give Craig Brown a lot of credit as far as his patience are concerned. He's just, you know, taking what Marcus is giving him and, you know, beating him at every aspect of it so far anyways. But you also have to give Marcus Hicks credit for standing in there. I mean, some guys could have said very easily, nope, the blood's in my eyes, and ended this already.
Oh, just in the first couple of minutes when he was trapped on the mat and he absorbed 6 or 7 unanswered shots. You know, a weaker guy would have tapped out.
Yep, you got that right. So maybe the loud mouth is more than just a mouth.
Oh, I think so. Just the fact that he's still coherent and in there and making this a competitive fight. Actually, you know, if I listen behind us, I can hear fans actually chanting and cheering for Marcus. And as he comes back with a good combo.
Definitely no give up in this guy, and that's a great aspect in any fighter. You can work on your skills all you want, but if you don't have that tenacity, that toughness, you're not going to get very far.
Hicks attempts a little step behind throw. Farmer will have nothing to do with that.
Looks like both men are just kind of trying to regain a little bit of gas here, a little bit of breathing, and get loading up again. Ooh. Nice body shots by Hicks, but he usually pays for it with a knee to the face, and I'm not sure if I'd want to exchange a knee to the face for a body shot, but...
no, not a good deal.
No, that's not a good exchange.
Oh, and that's that uppercut that ended Ricardo Francois. Farmer has been working his boxing. I think that Marcus Hicks might be a little bit surprised by the stand-up of Farmer Brown. Nice leg kick by Marcus Hicks.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, and he lands on the side of Farmer's head.
Doesn't faze him very much, but at least the attempt was there. Went to the body with the kick and then brought it up top.
Points on the scorecard. That'll make this round a little more even than the first one. You know, with the amount of clinch fighting, a couple more combos like that by Hicks, and he might be able to steal this round.
He very well could. In the last 30 seconds could be the difference here.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Ooh, you can hear those knees.
Solid body, knees to the body, and Hicks is going to be feeling those. If he doesn't feel them now with the adrenaline in his system, he'll be feeling them tonight after the fight.
Well, tomorrow after the after party.
There you go. There you go.
As I know Hicks has been looking forward to fighting in the East. This is actually his first fight out here. And I told him, it's a family environment. You're going to war with Farmer, but boy, you guys are going to like each other after. And you know what? The entire club and community has really opened up to Hicks. And he loves it out here.
Well, and that's usually the guys you respect the most, or the guys that you go toe-to-toe with, the guys that you have those great battles with. You've got that common respect, at least, that you're both warriors.
Oh my God. 3 knees, punch. Look at Farmer looking at the ref like, hello. Oh, and Hicks says, bring it on.
Bring it on, he says, and not even trying to defend himself now.
I'm hearing a lot of cheers for the loudmouth.
You got that right. He has definitely turned this crowd around in his favor to a degree.
He backs the Farmer up.
Lands a serious right hand in that opening of the combination.
Wow, gotta hand it to Hicks to take those shots and enjoy it.
You gotta love that. And as I said, you can work on the skill, but you can't work on the chin and how tough a guy is as far as taking a shot.
No, you're born with cojones or you're not born with cojones.
You got it, my friend. Both are just exchanging vicious knees on the inside.
Nice right hand as he disengages.
Yeah.
Hicks seems to be increasing his fire a little bit at the end of the second round. Who would you give that one to? I'll put you on the spot this time.
Well, I'll tell you what. In all honesty, I mean, other than that flurry, which may sway the judges a little bit, Farmer Brown may have taken it, but overall, I would have to give that round to Hicks in a sense. He came back and battled back. Backed Farmer Brown up when you thought he was ready to fold his tent, and he definitely gets points from me anyways for that type of toughness.
No, I have to agree. Close round.
Yeah.
More close so than the first round. However, I would give that one to Hicks, so we're 1 round each now going into the third.
The tiebreaker, and that's usually makes for a great third round.
As do those schoolgirl skirts. Gotta like those. Great fashion sense here at Freedom Fight.
Indeed, indeed.
All right, there's the whistle.
Let's get this one on.
Third and final round. Let's see who wants to do battle in a future Freedom Fight for possibly a 205 title.
Let's see who wants to win this fight, because I'm
taking notes.
This third round could be the deciding round.
And Hicks has got to know that he's slightly behind. Oh, vicious kick.
He seems to got a lot of energy back, and I'll tell you, he's not giving up at all. Creating a little distance here, throwing a few jabs himself.
Seems to be a lot more energy with the loudmouth assassin in this third and final round.
Yeah, and Craig Brown is in a resting position a couple times here in this third round. Whether he's probably a little frustrated at this point, and you know, Hicks has taken everything that he's had to deliver and come back for more.
Oh, that's got to be frustrating when you land an uppercut that would knock out a 6'7" giant like Ricardo Francois, and the guy looks at you and smiles and slaps his own face.
That's got to make you ask a few questions, that's for sure.
Yeah, like anyone got a crowbar?
Exactly. That's why they pat you down before you have the
Yeah,
fight.
I think that's in the rule book at the Quebec Athletic Commission.
Who do a great job as well.
Oh, yeah, and got to thank the Quebec Athletic Commission, Mario and Danielle. You know, these guys are here for the safety of the sport and to make sure that it's done professionally. And I've done many, many events with that dynamic duo, and just want to give them a quick shout out. Fabulous job keeping it safe, and keep up the good work.
Well, it looks like that Brown kind of caught him with a low blow, although the ref didn't seem to stop it. Well, now he has. He left himself in a very precarious position there, where if Farmer Brown wouldn't have been the professional that he is, he could have very well kept throwing.
That's right.
I think he did realize that he accidentally had caught him with that low blow.
Yep, and you know what? He's the type of guy, he doesn't want to win that way.
Yes.
You know, and he doesn't want to take advantage of that and leave any question marks.
And that's another part where people say it's just barbarians going at it here. I mean, that shows a great respect for your opponent. Anybody that's willing to step through those ropes, it gets a lot of credit from me.
To take a shot in the nads and come back 30 seconds later.
Say that to the average guy that's behind a computer right now.
Well, I think there's a lot of adrenaline as well. And
it's a wonderful, wonderful drug. Is right.
Yeah.
It is. It's
and
natural,
it's legal.
It's natural and it's legal. I will say exactly. You know, utilized in all sports, but it'll make you walk through walls in certain circumstances,
and then feel it the next day.
Yeah.
And these guys have got to be exhausted. They've both given 200%. Farmer is just throwing everything at him but the kitchen sink.
Yeah, and he seems to be a little frustrated. It's not necessarily frustrated, but perhaps a little perplexed as to what he's got to do in order to finish off Hicks at this point in time. He has taken everything in the kitchen sink. The loudmouth assassin is definitely talking the talk, but he's walking the walk as well.
Well, I think right now Farmer is slightly ahead on the scorecards.
Yeah.
You know, from my advantage anyway. So what he has to do is just keep pressing the action. Hicks needs to end dominantly. Right now, if he wants the victory, the bottom line for him is he needs to push off, disengage, and continuously kick and punch and land.
But Pete, you've seen a lot more fights than I have, and anytime you go to that scorecard, boy, you just don't know what's going to happen. If he's got a chance to end this, he'd rather do that than put it in the hands of the judges.
No, definitely, definitely. Like the judges are educated, but some more so than others. And, you know, I've seen some weird stuff where, you know, the first freedom fight, John Fitch versus Jeff Joslin. I still scratch my head over that, but hey, it's ancient history, right? But it's always better, you know, if you want to win, put it in your own hands, put it in your own back pocket, you take the damn win.
You got it.
Bottom line.
Don't let it go to that decision.
And if it does, you know, you leave that lasting impression in the judges. How bad do you want it?
You got it.
You know, and then
a lot of times that'll go to the aggressor, and a lot of times it really depends on what the judges are looking for, and that's a guessing game, so you don't know.
Yeah, well, the criteria is ring generalship, basically who's dictating the fight, effective striking, takedowns, and submission attempts. Oh, and Mark is looking to end strong. He has Farmer in trouble.
Yeah, he does. He connected with a very good right hand, working the body still. No,
Farmer's still in the game, though.
No give up in either one of these combatants.
We're here the last 10 seconds of the final round.
Last time, leave an impression, and they are still swinging. Now they separate them, and they embrace each other as true warriors do. That was a great, great fight.
Blood brothers right there. How could you not respect one another? Look at this. I love this right here. You know, these guys both know that they brought out the best in one another, and they appreciate that. They appreciate the opportunity to do it in front of the fans. And you know what? Believe it or not, and it may sound really funny,